Hi Aquarius, welcome to my channel. This is a weekly love reading for you. It's wherever you find placements of Aquarius in your chart. You know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, wherever it is in your chart is fine. This is a general love reading. I will read other messages if they come out in relation to career or finance, but I am primarily focused on love. So it may not resonate for everyone because it's a general love reading. So just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You can always come back and see me again next week if it's not for you this week. Switch the roles as necessary because I have to assign them as I see fit. I say your person, you and your person. If it's the other way around, then feel free to switch it. There's no gender in tarot. So I may say he and she for the ease of the conversation. I'm reading the energy of the cards. I say he and she because I'm usually referencing the depiction of the card, be it Queen, Knight, Emperor, so on. But just remember that there's no gender in tarot. We are reading the energy. So you assign the correct he and she as you see fit. I have done a pre-shuffle. If you're not new to my channel, then you already probably have heard me express that I like to do the pre-shuffle away from the camera. I do this for a couple of reasons. One, because I know that you are a busy Aquarius, and the other one is because it's very personal how I channel the energy. However, I always get a pre-shuffle message. I always channel the energy and get a message for you. And I got in the pre-shuffle that something was coming to a conclusion. There was some period of transition or transformation that you were undergoing, and this is now beginning to close out. It can be several things. It can be several different things. I wasn't particularly picking up on anything absolutely specific, but a couple of things came out. It can be that you have finally got over a previous relationship or a previous breakup and that you are ready for new love. Or it can be that you are that you have got someone in your life and all of a sudden you are starting to feel the love vibe with them. There was very much a lot of energy with the heart chakra. You know, the chakras are the certain energy points within the body, beginning at the bottom with the sacral chakra and finishing at the top of the head with the crown chakra, with the various chakras in between: throat chakra, third eye chakra, solar plexus chakra, you know, heart chakra, and so on. And each one is associated with a different colour and a different energy. I was getting the fact that your heart chakra is opening, and almost like either you're beginning to look at yourself in a different way. I almost got the feeling that you were ready, that you were falling in love with yourself. I know this might sound strange, Aquarius, but it was almost like, I mean, I want to say spiritual awakening, but not everyone is that sort of like focused on those aspects in their life. But it's an awakening of some kind. Either it's an awakening of love for a person, or it's awakening to the fact that you've finally come out of a bit of a dark place and starting to have hope and love in a particular situation and yourself and for yourself. I picked up in the pre-shuffle that there has definitely been some kind of spiritual evolution. Now, whether you are a spiritual follower of any kind, I don't know. When I say spiritual, it can be any kind of spirituality. It can be Buddhism, it can be, you know, Kabbalah, it can be even Christianity. It can be whatever it is that helps you to ground yourself within the biggest within the sphere and the realm of the universe. Maybe you're not spiritual at all. However, I suggest that perhaps there is some degree of spirituality if you're stopping by to watch this particular tarot reading. I was picking up on the fact that something has given you fresh hope, or has allowed you to evolve in some kind of way. Definitely I got the ending of a cycle and the beginning of a new cycle for you. It was quite a nice energy, actually, if you want the truth of it. Where this falls within love, possibly you're looking at someone through new romantic eyes. I sort of got that this was a newish connection, or that you've begun to look at someone slightly differently than how you viewed them before. We'll see. The Star at the bottom of the deck. This is your energy. That's always a good sign. With the Hermit card, which I feel like almost you're coming out of a bit of a hermit mode. I said at the beginning that I saw some kind of personal transformation or evolution, and that is still the energy that I'm getting. Okay, for the recent past, and I always like to put things in a small historical context, you know, so that we get some kind of continuity and flow between the pre-shuffle message and before I launch into the present and the future. But we've got the Lovers, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. This says to me that you're ready to dip your toe in the world of romance. I feel perhaps you are closing out a previous cycle, and that perhaps, you know, for whatever reason, you've taken a little bit of a space and a little bit of a break from love. And if it's not that, it's because you've been more focused on yourself, which is never ever a bad thing. Okay, Aquarius, that's never a bad thing, to be sort of focused inwards rather than outwards. But I do feel like in the recent past, or at least very recently, or we've had some kind of inward reflection, and this has led to some kind of, almost for me, what I think of as some kind of spiritual evolution that has come from deep inside. I feel like if you are spiritual, it's almost like you've come to the end of some kind of ascension process. That was sort of spiritual ascension, you know. That is almost sort of the sort of energy I was getting. Definitely. It's almost like you have undergone some kind of death and rebirth of the inner persona. That's very much how this energy in the pre-shuffle and looking at the recent past cards are coming across to me. The way that this Knight of Pentacles here, if you haven't made an offer to someone, or if someone hasn't made an offer to you, because this is the energy that runs between you. We've got the Lovers in your energy, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles in your person's energy. You could be dealing with an earth sign, of course, don't have to be. But for me, this is sort of the contemplation of making a bit of a love offer to someone. This is in the recent past, so, you know, this was a contemplation that is being, you know, something that's being thought about quite carefully. You know, shall I extend the offer of love, or shall I not? In the present situation, we've got the King of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm suggesting that there's a lot of sexual chemistry here between whoever it is that you're dealing with, you and whoever it is that you are dealing with. There's a lot of earth energy here. You certainly could be dealing with, you know, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Quite likely. Don't get hung up too much on the signs, because I don't always like to, sometimes I think it detracts from some of the messages that need to come out if we get too hung up on it. Or you could have that somewhere else in your chart also. We've got the Three of Wands at the bottom of the deck here. I was just being guided to look at the bottom of the deck. This Three of Wands and the Four of Wands here. I think I think you're considering looking at someone through serious eyes here from a romantic perspective, Aquarius. I think someone's very much captivated your attention, and what they like about you is the fact that they see you as very sort of very academic and intelligent, and that you always have something interesting to say. That they view you as a good conversationalist, and they just like to be within your company. I'm suggesting that whoever it is you're dealing with is slightly quieter than you, and possibly has an element of shyness about them, maybe, or they prefer to listen to you speaking rather than dominate the conversation themselves. This is the type of person that I'm picking up on, that they're very much happy to give over to you, with the fact that they enjoy listening to you and your perceptions of the world and your viewpoints. In the recent future, we've got the Fool with the Karma card in reverse and the Nine of Swords. Can I suggest with this, and I'll need to get a little bit of clarification, but can I suggest with this that the reason why all of a sudden I said in the pre-shuffle that I saw the heart chakra open, and I saw you in some kind of transformative, coming almost to the conclusion of some kind of transformation, and I saw some kind of inner spiritual evolution from you. Can I suggest that this is actually coming out here with the Fool card and the Karma card in reverse? I mean, usually the Karma card comes out this way, you know, karma being linked to lessons that are needed to be learned, or mistakes that we keep repeating, or things that we happen to keep repassing in our lives because we just don't learn the lesson the first time, and so the energy is clinging almost to us until we actually get to a point where we actually finally conclude that part of the life lesson so that we can actually move on. This actually came out in the reverse here with the Fool card. The Fool card is the beginning of the journey. I mean, the Fool card is the card that is 0 in the deck, and if you look at the Fool from the perspective of the Golden Dawn tradition, I mean, this is not the Golden Dawn deck, this is the Witch's Tarot, which is based heavily on the original Rider-Waite deck. But if you look at the Fool from the Golden Dawn perspective, then the Golden Dawn perspective puts this card as 0, and every other card that comes after it, from 1, 2, 3, 4, right up until the end, depicts the journey that this Fool is on. So this is very much, with this Karma card in reverse here, this very much goes back to what I was suggesting at the beginning of the reading, where Aquarius, you have completed some kind of cycle, and almost like learned a lesson, and I said completed some kind of spiritual ascension. Now, I did regard my words as I was saying that, because I am well aware that many different types of people watch these videos, and you are from different countries and different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. So you just take whatever evolution that has happened within yourself and apply it to your own spiritual beliefs, you know. But I do see the fact that this is a new beginning for something. Now, the Nine of Swords has come out, which is not a very good card energy-wise, but I see it with the other two that have come before it as an end, as an ending and a death. This, for me, this looks like the death of the old self with these two cards. I mean, alone or with another card preceding it, or coming after it, I would possibly have a different interpretation of this. But with these two cards here, with this Karma card in reverse here, and this Fool card, that this comes back exactly categorically to what I was saying about with the pre-shuffle message, and I do see it with this Nine of Swords. I mean, look at this imagery here. Under the weight of all that sword energy, I see it as that being coming to an end. And I said in the pre-shuffle that I very much felt the heart chakra opening. Now, I think you're possibly ready to pour your cup of love in someone's direction, if you haven't already. Let's just get some clarification on this Ace of Pentacles that came out in the beginning here, because this came out in your person's energy. We've got the Ace of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles here. Let's just get some clarity on your person here, but how your person is viewing you. Interesting, because we've now got the Star out twice. We've got the Seven of Pentacles, the Star, and the Page of Pentacles. Now, the Star has come out twice, which is your energy, Aquarius. This tells me that they view you as the be-all and end-all to their world, practically. That they are ready to go on this, I call it fool's journey, but it's not really about someone being stupid. It's about a new beginning. They are very much of the mind to go on this new beginning with you. I'm possibly happy to see the fact that you have come to the end of some kind of cycle and spiritual evolution. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Now just remember, I'm using a completely different deck here to clarify, and I was guided to look at the bottom of the deck here. We now have the Queen of Pentacles twice, with the Lovers twice. I can't make this up, Aquarius. This is if you have not made an offer, or if someone has not made an offer to you at this particular point in time, maybe you're still at the stages of looking at each other, or maybe you've had a break with someone, but this is a profound connection. If you've not met this person, they're coming very shortly, believe me. Heavy earth energy here. Of course, the Lovers is Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but I don't pick that up specifically. I pick up the fact that there's a lot of earth energy here. This could just be the characteristics of the person, that they're very reliable, responsible, and grounded on a positive front, and have a lot of patience and endurance. Those are the characteristics I'm picking up for your person. Happy to indulge you conversationally and let you run the show, almost, is the energy I'm feeling. We've got the Chariot card. This is the card of forward movement. I see this with the Lovers and this Queen of Pentacles twice. And the fact that you've got your energy out here twice. I see this as very, very shortly, this is going to be a very quick and fast forward moving energy between the two of you. I see it as a very positive, I see it as an incredibly positive energy. I've been guided to get 3 more cards here. There's still an element of duality. I think perhaps you two are possibly on opposite ends of the astrological spectrum here. I'm getting a sense of the fact that almost you have a lot of differences between you that almost complement each other, like you can imagine 2 halves of a scissors. This is sort of the energy I'm picking up. Scissors are like mirror images of each other. You know, the blades, one blade is one way, one blade is another way, but they work better in tandem together. You know, when they work together, the paper can be cut. You know, it's much more difficult to cut a piece of paper with only one half of the scissors. And this is this sort of like dual energy that I'm getting between this Chariot card here, the Lovers card. In fact, the Lovers has come out twice, I said, wherever it's gone. What did I do the other one? I'm wondering if this person has sparked some kind of, if when you met this person, it sparked some kind of transformation deep within yourself, almost like a spiritual evolution that possibly would not have happened if you hadn't have met them. Just food for thought. I don't know. I see this as being a lengthy journey that they want to go on with you. You know, I see this as being something that potentially has the ability to be beautiful and very stable. It's a very nurturing energy that they've got, you know, they're very nurturing and accepting of you. Yeah, incredible amount of pentacle energy here. We've got the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, the 6 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles. This tells me here that let's have a look here. This tells me here, I mean, the 7 of Swords is notoriously swung out as a negative energy. I see this in combination with the 6 of Cups, the 8 of Cups here, and the 4 of Pentacles. I see this as just concluding the fact that it's almost like I see that you've shed an old skin. I see this as very much being in your energy, Aquarius, of like as if you've... This goes back to what I said at the beginning with this internal transformation that has happened. This is the shred, this is almost like a self-deception energy. If you look at this on its own, it's a liar's cheats energy. But with the combination of the other cards and the fact that the pre-shuffle message, I see it as being that you're ready for this evolution. Can you see these beautiful colours here? I talked to you about the heart chakra. I see this as you ready to complete the journey necessary in order to come into harmony and union with someone, with your person. Either that's a deeper level of commitment, or it's a more open energy for the fact that you are willing to be more intimate with someone, taking the necessary next steps to support that intimacy. But it's a journey. Wherever you are, Aquarius, on that romantic journey, I see you as now being emotionally ready, physically ready, spiritually ready to actually take that and actually progress with it. And I think it's probably down to the fact that your person's been incredibly patient with you. You know, maybe you've not fully expressed, you know, with this 4 of Pentacles energy, maybe you've not fully expressed yet to the degree of how much this person means to you. Or maybe they've not expressed it to you. Perhaps you need to have this conversation, this sort of honest, open conversation. But I feel like you're very much ready to have that now. That's what I feel. That's what I have for you this week, Aquarius. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's much appreciated. Please consider giving me a subscription. It does help the channel to grow. Drop me a comment, message, you know, or a little email if you want to. Anything you want to know about me is in the About section, including how to get in touch with me. And I'll see you next week.